Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Yo. Hey, man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. It's Boss Talk 101 Reviews, man. And, man, had to really just stop back by. And we talked about 50 and Ja Rule yesterday. I want to talk about it again today. Just reiterate the fact that they're not letting up, man. It's still smoke as usual. It's been like a Twitter war. They've been going back and forth, man. It's not letting up right now, but Ja Rule went straight to Twitter after 50 had sent that tweet that I read to y'all yesterday. So it's a Twitter war, man. Ja Rule said he added 50. He told him to suck his, you know what, you bitches, and he already ate your lunch. Shut up, you know. So it's done got flagrant, you know what I mean? And Ja Rule, he didn't stop there. He did another tweet. Nigga, you're a used car salesman. Everything you do is trash. Music, one good album. After that, trash liquor, trash TV shows. Yeah, I said it, trash. How many times you gonna make the same show that Coach stepped on, parenting, trash, character, trash? Nigga, you the garbage man. Man, these boys is crazy, man. And like I said, he ain't stopped. And you know, 50 the day that he was on Breakfast Club said the Breakfast Club should be ashamed of themselves, asking questions that perpetuates violence. This fool has been getting ready to go on what he calls a nuclear for 22 years. LL, you man you're the runts now. You right now. You just a runt, you know, and then it goes on. It goes on. He got shot 9 times and did nothing. Ja Rule tweets him and say, stop glazing this clown. Stop doing it. He ain't doing nothing. So they not stopping on the war, man. Like I said, 50 with him being shot 9 times, with him having beef, them going back and forth against each other, hanging with some of the people that he feel had something to do with him getting shot, just all around just having back and forth. I don't see this ending, especially since 50 just smoked on the Gotti pack when Gotti passed, and I believe that's what's pretty much pissing Ja Rule off. He's horribly pissed about that. So, and that's his boy. So can you blame him, man? I just went back to Howard Stern. I remember seeing somewhere years ago Howard Stern asked 50 about getting shot. I always play out something. So let's listen at this.
Who has more cred than you, living after being shot 9 fucking times?
I don't know what the criteria are for street credibility. Or
That's
if there's something that creates more merit for you. I looked at that experience as something that was unfortunate that I had to experience.
I forget, why did the guy shoot you 9 times? Was it drugs or something?
It was paid to do it.
He was paid to do it?
Yeah.
Who would want to shoot you?
Why were you targeted?
You're such a good guy.
It's my past.
It was a drug thing?
No,
like a business thing?
It's karma.
Karma?
Karma.
Explain to me again why this guy was hired to shoot you 9 times.
Well, he was paid because someone, you know, felt like that I would potentially do something to them if they kept going in the direction that they were going.
Man, you are tough. Motherfucker.
What are you talking about?
The fact that somebody put out a hit on him because he was going to fuck somebody up? What kind of shit is that? That's crazy.
But what
stuff.
is this all over?
Wow, but what is this all over, man? You know, 50, you remember when he first came on the scene. Now, this was in 2013, of course, and he was well on his way, but on the Howard Stern show, man, you can check that out. But boy, I tell you, man, 50, man, he got shot 9 times, come in, you know, wasn't taking no prisoners for everything that he had went through. And it just been crazy up from there, man. Like I said, I'm tripping off the fact of how many times 50 got shot, but he's still around to talk about it. He didn't look at it as if it was a thing where, you know, he looked at it, his survival skills, but just was a tough as nails type of dude. But Ja Rule, man, listen, let's talk about Ja Rule for a second. Ja Rule, you know, right now, he's still grieving from losing Irv Gotti, which Gotti stood for him. And, you know, he's saying all kind of stuff on different scenarios on the Breakfast Club. You got to go back and watch that. I posted it yesterday, but he's not trying to hear it, man. He's still grieving over Irv was his boy. That was like his best friend. Even though people say they didn't get a good deal and all that, he still was down with this guy. So all that trying to talk, this was his main guy. So when it come down to, you know, anything that he can do to hurt 50, he gonna do it. Now, he's still mad about that. He rubbed him wrong. And then, who knows, Irv Gotti might have been the one that was pretty much getting Ja Rule off the ledge when all this stuff was going on, when Ja Rule was, and 50 been into it this whole time. You know, think about it. Irv Gotti could have been a sensible one. Irv Gotti could have been the one trying to hold back the heat off of this guy. And so we might see a different way that Ja Rule is going to start handling his business now that Irv Gotti's not in the picture anymore to talk to him. So I don't know if he'll crash out. I just know he ain't got nobody out here to talk sensible to him about, hey, let's not go that route with it, or the person he's been dealing with his whole career when it comes down to it, because Irv Gotti believed in him like nobody's business. When you think about it, just go back and look at some of the footage. They was always together. If he was alive, he would have been on this Breakfast Club interview with Ja Rule. No doubt. He was always with Ja Rule. You got to go back and check that out if you really watch what's going on when it come down to Ja Rule and Murder, Inc. You know, so he stayed with him no matter what. When Sh0t and Irv was into it and all that, Ja Rule was right there with Irv. He stood strong with him through the test of time. But now that he's gone and 50's out here on the prowl, and you know 50 not going to let up. So just like, you know, he's tough as nail. And it's funny looking back way back then, he's still the same dude. He's still rolling and rocking with things the same way. So, man, big ups to 50 for even being able to hold his career together all this time. But as you've seen on the tweets, Ja Rule say he trash. Everything he do is trash. Trash TV shows, trash this, trash liquor. Everything he do is trash is the way Ja Rule coming at him on Twitter. You got to go check that out. It's a whole Twitter war. Do you hear me? They not letting up. It's back and forth. Mostly Ja Rule. Now Ja Rule is ranting on Twitter when it comes down to what he feel about 50, and he ain't trying to hear it. And if 50 even blink wrong, he on him. So I think this was going to emerge anyway. Breakfast Club just was pretty much doing what they do, but I don't think this was not going with him doing what he just did to Irv Gotti, and with Ja Rule being such a friend, he feels indebted to Irv Gotti just because of the way he was smoking on the pack and the way he was doing when, you know, in memories of Gotti. 50 really did him dirty when it come down to respect. It wasn't no respect. It wasn't no respect when he was alive. Therefore, he didn't have no respect for him when he died. It wasn't no respect for him when he went into the nursing home or into the, I don't know, it was hospice. He was in a situation where he was I've seen him on that walker. 50 Cent was on his head. Wasn't no letting up. That's how I found out about it. 50 been on his head ever since he was sick with the stroke. When he had multiple strokes, 50 was right there on his head. So I'm pretty sure Ja Rule been looking at this and saying, you know what? Since this man is on his head, man, I'm finna go back at him, man. I'm not finna continue to let him disrespect Irv Gotti like that. And that's why you seeing Ja Rule come out doing the things he's doing. So 50 was like, man, you know, hey, man, you know, I'm gonna do this because I'm celebrating the win. I'm more successful than all y'all. But Ja's like, that's my homeboy, so I'm not letting that ride. Y'all got to check that Twitter, Ja Rule Twitter going crazy because he back and forth in the limelight, slamming and slapping at 50 on Twitter. And I don't know, like I said, 50 sent that slick tweet out, you know, and said, you know, pretty much on that, you know, and it was on a post too. It might not even been on Twitter, but I can tell you Ja Rule been on Twitter. I don't think, let me look right here. No, I think 50's was just on a post. I know, yeah. Ja Rule been on Twitter just going in. And like I said, I think he's grieving. I think he ain't trying to hear it. I think he's just showing out because he like, you know what? I'm in memory of Irv Gotti. He probably get on that drink. He probably started tweeting at that point and saying, whatever, where you at? Let's roll up. Let's get it popping. And this is what you seeing, man. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this Twitter war that Ja Rule got going on against 50. He's doing repetitive posts on 50 Cent. Man, Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to Sh0t, the reason you see me.